welcome back to Rustic and Rooted. If you've ever dreamed of turning your backyard into a warm, inviting Mediterranean oasis, full of timeless charm, sun-washed textures, and soulful character, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of Italian rustic garden design, where old-world beauty meets creative sustainability. You'll discover how to transform simple spaces using upcycled decor, vintage treasures, and natural elements inspired by the heart of Italy. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, get cozy, and let's start creating your very own rustic garden escape. Italian rustic gardens evoke a deep sense of history and connection with nature. With their warm textures, sun-soaked colors, and natural materials, they reflect the simplicity and beauty of traditional Mediterranean living. These gardens are not overly manicured. Instead, they celebrate the aged and weathered charm of terracotta pots, gravel paths, and climbing vines that softly embrace old stone walls. Creating an Italian garden oasis means embracing imperfection and character. Every crack in the clay pot and every moss-covered corner tells a story. The blend of natural greenery with rustic elements brings a sense of serenity and timelessness. This tranquil balance sets the foundation for adding unique touches, such as upcycled furniture and personal decor choices, which we'll explore next. One of the defining traits of an Italian rustic garden is its use of well-loved and repurposed items. Rather than buying new, think creatively. An old wooden door can become a garden table, or weathered shutters can form the backdrop for a plant wall. These upcycled elements carry history and texture, enriching your garden with personality and sustainability. Incorporating upcycled furniture is not only environmentally conscious, but also beautifully fitting with the rustic aesthetic. Imagine a bench crafted from reclaimed wood nestled under an olive tree, offering a quiet retreat. These functional and artistic additions make your garden space feel personal and thoughtfully curated, seamlessly blending into the surrounding greenery, as we'll see in the next design transformation. To recreate the essence of the Italian countryside in your own backyard, start with foundational elements: gravel or terracotta paths, Mediterranean plants like lavender and rosemary, and natural stone accents. Layering these with cypress trees or olive trees helps evoke the sun-drenched landscapes of Tuscany or Sicily. The goal is to transport your senses to a slower, warmer world. A true Mediterranean paradise also includes shaded sitting areas, often tucked into corners where vines cascade down walls and the scent of herbs drifts in the air. These peaceful moments become part of your daily rhythm. As your garden evolves, adding thoughtful accessories like terracotta pots and vintage tools will enhance the rustic charm. Let's look at how those pieces bring everything together next. Terracotta is a cornerstone of Italian garden aesthetics. Its earthy tones and textured surfaces reflect both tradition and nature. Filling terracotta pots with herbs, flowers, or citrus trees not only adds color and fragrance but reinforces the rustic Mediterranean feel. These pots, whether large and bold or small and subtle, are essential in anchoring the garden's character. Complementing terracotta with vintage accessories such as wrought iron lanterns, old watering cans, and ceramic tiles adds personality and depth. These elements should feel as though they've always belonged in the space, weathered by time and sun. This layering of history and charm connects your garden to the past, as we'll explore further through the use of natural textures and materials. A successful Italian rustic garden seamlessly blends raw, natural materials with meaningful, upcycled decor. Think of pairing coarse stone or gravel with soft lavender blooms or matching aged wood textures with delicate ceramics. This harmony between hard and soft, new and old, is key to capturing that organic, lived-in Italian look. When you repurpose items such as iron gates, brick pieces, or timber beams, you infuse your space with soul. These materials naturally patinate over time, adding more beauty as they age. The visual richness and tactile variety make your garden inviting and full of storytelling details. With that foundation, we can now shift focus to the layout and structure of a classic Mediterranean backyard. Bringing the Mediterranean to your own space begins with thoughtful planning. Carve out walkways that guide guests through fragrant flower beds, lead to cozy seating corners, and open up to sun-drenched patios. Keep the layout open yet intimate, with plenty of areas to pause, reflect, and enjoy the garden's textures and views. Use decor as gentle focal points. Weathered benches, ceramic urns, or vintage fountains can define areas without overwhelming them. Let your plants soften the edges of hard materials and spill gently into pathways. As we move forward, we'll explore how ambience plays a role in elevating your rustic Italian garden with the help of sensory details and repurposed design. Ambience is everything in a rustic Italian garden. It's the dappled sunlight falling through vine-covered pergolas, the scent of basil and oregano in the breeze, and the gentle creak of a wooden chair. These moments of calm and atmosphere are heightened by the intentional use of repurposed objects that feel naturally integrated into the garden. Imagine planters made from vintage wine crates or an old iron bed frame transformed into a trellis for blooming jasmine. These creative touches bring texture and surprise, making your garden not only beautiful but also deeply personal. To continue this sense of peace and originality, we now turn our attention to one of the most charming features of rustic gardens: weathered wooden structures. Weathered wood plays a starring role in rustic Italian garden design. Its faded tones and textured grain echo the warmth of the Mediterranean sun and the passage of time. Pergolas made of reclaimed beams, fences from old farm doors, or shelving created from repurposed planks bring structure while enhancing the garden's organic feel. Paired with upcycled elements like vintage hooks, iron lanterns, or mosaic tiles, these wood features become both practical and poetic. They invite touch, offer shade, and frame the surrounding plant life with understated charm. As your garden takes shape, it's important to think about how each of these elements contributes to the overall flow and sustainability of your backyard retreat. designing with sustainability in mind doesn't mean sacrificing beauty. In fact, the Italian rustic style thrives on using reclaimed and natural materials, giving new life to forgotten objects. Old bricks can be relaid as garden borders, and vintage furniture can be revitalized with weather-resistant finishes. These choices reduce waste while enhancing visual character. A Mediterranean-style backyard can be a celebration of heritage and environmental care. You're creating a space that feels timeless and responsible, where every detail, from the gravel paths to the upcycled fountain, tells a story. To complete the transformation, we'll now explore how to add the finishing touches that make your garden a true personal retreat. The final step in your rustic Italian garden journey is creating a space that feels like a peaceful escape. This is where vintage shutters, ceramic wall hangings, and antique garden tools come into play. They act as quiet storytellers, adding intimacy and warmth. Position them thoughtfully to accent sitting areas or entryways for a curated yet relaxed atmosphere. With each addition, whether it's a wrought iron bench under a fig tree or a salvage door repurposed as a gate, you bring your vision closer to completion. The end result is a garden that doesn't just look beautiful but also feels deeply rooted in tradition and your personal story. Your backyard becomes more than a garden, it becomes your own Mediterranean sanctuary. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the beauty of Italian rustic gardens. We explored how natural textures, vintage elements, and upcycled decor can come together to create a serene, Mediterranean-inspired retreat right in your own backyard. From terracotta pots and olive trees to weathered wood and repurposed treasures, every detail adds charm and meaning. If you found inspiration in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts or see photos of your garden ideas. Till next time, stay grounded, stay creative, and keep things rustic and rooted.